Hi guys, and welcome to day 3 of this 10-day postpartum challenge and to core 1. So in this workout, we're going to be starting with connecting to the abdominal muscles through the breath and some really gentle core exercises. Some of you might find this level a little bit easy, but we still have core 2 and 3 to come. And in any case, I highly recommend that you start with this anyway to help get a sense of timing the abdominal muscles with the breath and with movement and knowing what they're doing and getting to know them a little bit again. Many women will need to start with these really gentle exercises. If you've followed me for any time, you know that I'm a big fan of doing everything, of building up to the sit-ups and the planks and lots of things that people will tell you that you should never do, but I'm still a fan of starting with these really gentle connection exercises and doing things well and doing things mindfully. So that's where we're going to start today. Let's come and lie down on our backs, okay? And we're just going to start with a breathing exercise. So what I want you to do is place one hand on your chest and one hand on your lower belly. And we're just going to take a few breaths in here. Okay, so big breath in and big breath out. And just notice where the breath is going into. Are you just breathing up into the chest? Or are you just breathing into the belly and the chest isn't moving at all? What we want to do is bring the breath down into the tummy, but we also want it coming into the lower rib cage. So if you just move the hand that's on your chest onto your lower rib cage and the other hand stays on the lower belly, and just take a few breaths in here and try and breathe into both of those hands and then just breathe out and let it all relax back down. Breathing in, both expand, so the rib cage expands out and the tummy expands out, and then breathing out and just letting it go, okay? It's really important on the out breath that you learn to just let it go and that you're not trying to squeeze it out. Okay, so 2 more breaths here. Breathing in and trying to expand both the lower rib cage and the belly, and then breathing out. Trying not to control it, but just letting it all come out. 1 more breath, breathing in and breathing out, and just letting it all relax. And we'll build on that breathing in the next 2 core workouts. Okay, so we're going to move into a heel slide, which is a really gentle abdominal exercise. So what we're going to do is just straighten one leg out, flexing the toe, and just hovering the leg, the straight leg, slightly above the floor. Bringing it back, and then straightening out the other leg, okay? And what I want you to do is just put your hands like this on your lower belly and on your upper belly, so you can feel like with your thumb, your upper belly, and your fingers, the lower belly. And just noticing what the abdominal muscles are doing, okay? So if you recently gave birth, or if you have diastasis recti, or if you have really weak abdominal muscles, then you might feel those the abdominal muscles sort of jumping as you do this, okay? So don't suck your tummy muscles in or anything like that, but just stop them from jumping out, okay? So as you lift your leg up, stop them try to stop them from jumping out further from where they are, okay? And then we're just going to time it with the breath. So breathing in, and then as you straighten your leg out, breathing in, and you feel the tummy come in. Breathing into the tummy, and out, and feel the tummy come in as you straighten that leg out. Breathing in as you bring the leg back in. Okay, and we're also not rocking our pelvis, okay? So as you straighten one leg out, try not to have the opposite pelvis, the opposite hip lift up, okay? You want to keep both hips stuck to the floor. A couple more here, and breathe out as you straighten the leg. Breathe in as you bring the leg back, and breathe out as you straighten that leg. Okay, from here, what we're going to do is continuing to move with the breath. We're going to take a breath in, same into the tummy muscles like we did before, and into the lower rib cage. And then as we breathe out, you're going to lift one leg up to about 90 degrees here. Okay, so the hips at 90 degrees, and then breathing in as you put your foot back down. Breathing out as you lift your opposite leg up. So we're just going to do this march and feeling your abdominal muscles expand, and then as you breathe out, they're coming back in to support you and to support the movement in your body. Remember not to let the opposite hip come up off the floor as you lift your leg up, keeping them both stuck down, and paying attention to what your abdominal muscles are doing. If they're kind of jumping out a little bit, this exercise might be a little bit too much, and if you're able to control them but it feels quite difficult, and that's really normal if you gave birth 6 weeks ago or something, or even like a few months ago and you haven't done anything to engage those abdominal muscles yet. It's really normal that you might feel a little bit of a sort of jump in those muscles. So again, not sucking them in tight, but just stopping them from bulging out as you lift your leg up. Okay, trying to just keep them still. So breathing into the tummy muscles and then breathing out and feeling the tummy muscles come in as you lift the leg. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to put our feet together and our knees together. And we're just going to do a gentle side to side. Okay, so dropping the knees down to one side, you'll feel a stretch in here, and then breathe into the tummy muscles here while you're down here. And then as you breathe out, you're pulling your knees over to the other side, okay? Breathe in and then breathe out. Again, you want to keep your shoulders down on the floor. Breathe into the tummy muscles and breathe out, okay? Touch your tummy as you do this, breathing into those muscles, and as you pull the knees up, again, you might feel the tummy muscles come in with the breath to support you and to pull those legs over. Okay, it's just a really gentle exercise to start getting the muscles in the obliques working. Again, if your tummy muscles are quite weak, you might feel those muscles really jump out, or that you have to sort of compensate with another body part. That's okay. Just really pay attention to what's happening, and through doing this, they'll get stronger. Okay, so a couple more. And last one. Okay, we're going to come over and onto all fours now, and we're going to do the same exercise that we did yesterday in the strength workout. We're going to do a bird dog with just the arms. Get your knees under your hips and your hands directly under your shoulders. This is a great upper back exercise, but it's also really great for the tummy, and we're gonna pay attention to what's going on with the tummy today rather than the upper back. So pushing the floor away, being active in the shoulders, not sinking into the shoulders like this. Push the floor away, active in the shoulders, and lifting one arm up. And paying attention as you take your hand up off the floor, don't shift your weight over to the other side, okay? You've got a hot cup of coffee on your back and you don't want to be shifting from side to side and spilling it everywhere, okay? So lifting one arm up and reaching up in front of you. And as you do, so you know this movement from yesterday, so as you reach your arm up, I want you to breathe out, okay? So we're breathing in, breathing into the belly, feel the belly drop down, and then breathe out. You'll feel your tummy coming in to support you. So breathing in to the belly and then breathing out, feeling that tummy come back in. You might also feel that diagonal force through the tummy as you lift the opposite arm up and try and keep square. Here's a few more of these, doing the arm up at your own pace. Breathing in, and as you breathe out, lifting the arm up. One more on each side. Breathe in, breathe out as you lift the arm up. Breathe in, and lifting the arm up. Right, we're going to come back down onto our back and go through all of those exercises one more time, just 10 of each. So, straightening the legs out with our heel slide, breathing in, breathe out as you send the leg, breathe in, breathe out as you send the leg, breathe out as you send the leg. Watching that your hips aren't rocking from side to side, paying attention to what your tummy muscles are doing, if they're bulging out. There's nothing wrong with that, just paying attention to the fact that they're doing that and trying to stop them. Okay, and then we're going to lift one leg up. So 10 of these knees up marches. Again, checking that you're not rocking from side to side. breathing through the movement. It doesn't have to be massive breaths. We're moving through these quite quickly. And again, it's no drama to not be breathing with the movements. I'm going to go from side to side. It's just a good habit to get into. 3. To drop all the way down to the other side and keeping your shoulders stuck on the mat, and really try and feel your knees, really try and feel your tummy muscles working here, rather than using other muscles to do it. You might, putting your hands on your tummy, you might feel them working a little bit. Okay, and last one, we're going to come onto all fours. And we're just going to do 10 of these bird dogs. Okay. Breathe into the tummy, let the tummy drop down, and as you breathe out, feel that tummy come back in. We'll do the same with the leg in future workouts. This is really just about focusing on body control, on what you're doing, on not rocking from side to side, and keeping everything still. It's a nice little excuse to work on that upper back, those upper back muscles as well. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so thank you for joining me for Core 1. Like I said in the introduction, if you do find this easy, we've got a lot more coming in Core 2 and Core 3 in this 10-day program. So join me for the rest of that. It is going to get progressively harder and going up pretty much according to the levels that are in my online program. So we are going to take it up a level in Core 2. But many of you, after having a baby, maybe just a few weeks after having a baby, you're joining for this challenge, or maybe you've been through several pregnancies and haven't worked at all on your abdominal muscles or the rest of your body. This may be a really great place for you to start. I've seen so many women that do find it difficult to control what's going on, even with those gentle exercises. So if that did feel like the right level for you, that's awesome. And in Core 2 and 3, I'm going to show you how to make those exercises a little bit harder, but you're always going to be able to go back to the exercises that we did in this level. So many programs and trainers don't offer this level for their trainees. They just go straight into the really hard stuff. And I think it's really important to start here to connect to those muscles and to help start strengthen them slowly. Often we have to, psychologically connect to those muscles. Maybe we've had a C-section, or maybe we feel really unhappy with our abdominal muscles, with the way our tummy looks. And so we really need to start there by really tuning into what's happening in that part of the body, breathing into it, and then building from there. Anyone who does join me on my online program, you'll see I take you all the way to doing sit-ups and planks and all the really, really, really hard abdominal exercises that everyone loves to do. I definitely think that everyone should work towards those things, and they're important functional movements. It's just not where we start after having a baby. We start here and we build on that base. So join me for the rest of this journey over the next 7 days. And I'll see you tomorrow in Mobility 2.